Okay, this is a lovely other attempt at trying to get Copilot to do something. And in this case, I think it's the lovely flesh puppet that is weak and not necessarily Copilot, because I've just hit my wall of going, okay, I'm not motivated enough to figure out other software. But I have a game idea in my head, and if anyone wants to steal it, be my guest. It'd probably be better if you did it for Dewey Decimal and not Library of Congress, but hey. So yeah, I'm like, I want to build this game. And I gave it a pretty longish prompt because I was able to dictate. I'm getting better at dictating things, so yeah. Da-da-da, by call number, basic alphabetical, second level Library of Congress, no idea of art style, no familiarity with game development, which is why we've punked out at the end of this. Probably about an hour, hour and a half. Um, Intended audience would be college student workers, be single player free, and I have like no idea other than game mechanics what I want. So you put a book asset between other books, and then they have them shift forward and backwards. And I have no idea about points or anything else. I just want to teach people to shelve properly. Anyway, so here's what we recommend doing. So name it something. Yeah, I know how alphabetical Library of Congress works, so that part we were good on. And then we have tools, and I opted for Godot because that sounded easier. Well, I'm not going to show you what it looks like in Godot because it's like 4 freaking rectangles. You're not missing anything. So yeah, I was trying to do the placeholder assets for books and drop zones. Yeah, that's where I punked out. So yeah, every book has a call number, da 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 da, prototype. Do you want me to install Godot? And then you have me being like, I don't know if I can do that without administrative permissions because we don't have exciting access sometimes. And I managed to get it to install, so that wasn't too bad, except for that's one lovely question where I'm like, which one am I supposed to touch? And I guess I should be happy because I get impatient with the AI, and the AI probably is going to get impatient with me. So yeah, let's create something. So we name it. We make a 2D scene. We add a shelf and a book. Um, this is my own ADHD fault. I somehow like mentally skipped over the shelf part and like went right to book, which was dumb. I'm like, where's my shelf? And then make it draggable, and it made this lovely little script. And I was like, nope, I got stuck on book A, and I can't figure out where the size and position are. And this is also just the software for nobody who has opened Godot. Again, I'm not going to open it. Suffice to say that it's very complicated. It's basically like the inside of Adobe Dreamweaver, complicated. So I'm kind of like, ah! And those of you who are catalogers, it's like the inside of the Connexion client. It's powerful and fun and great. I just am like, oh my god, so much flailing, so much flailing. Because I'm not a game designer, and I thought I could do a thing. So yeah, there's the rectangle properties and how to get into those. And even this was not all that helpful because I had to eventually start searching. So I got back up to step 4, yay, add the script, but then I got this lovely error, and it's like, oh yeah, yeah, let's update that. So here's the fix, and that's like, now it's saying error function to local not found in base. Oh yeah, we screwed that up too. Okay. Here's the color react, woot woot woot. Someone gotten that real great. Checks if the mouse click happened, and then moves the mouse back past the mouse movement, make it trackable. Let me know. Alright, so, and I'm like, how am I supposed to test this? So it tells you how to play the game in Godot, and yeah. Like I said, a bunch of rectangles, not necessarily worth looking at. And then you can add more books, and I'm like, I can drag the book, but is it okay that it like can go behind the shelf? And that's like, oh, or you can adjust the Z index. And that was the other fun thing I had with the drop zone later, because I'm like, how many times do I have to adjust the Z index to get these things to order correctly? Anyway, how to keep it in front of the shelf, I did that. And then I'm like, meat flesh must eat. Can you give me something easy to do before we eat? So we duplicated book A, so we had like 2 books, a blue one and a red one. I know, very fun. So yeah, I was like, summarize that. Yeah, sure. Again, because I'm not quite certain what ChatGPT's context window, how big that is. So yeah, we set that up. We did that. We got the global React, and then we learned how to adjust the index. And then this is where this is where I've given up for the day. I think maybe permanently. I'm debating whether or not I want to delete this entirely. But yeah, it's like, how do we add the drop zone? Let's add the drop zone. Okay. tells you how to add the drop zone. It takes me a while to like figure out that we're exactly supposed to go. And then it gives me a nice little script and it checks its position and you can call it to check and see if it was dropped correctly. Want to grant to the drag script? Sure. No. Let's put the check into the book script. So you put it in for book A and book B, replace current script. And supposedly when you release the mouse button, it checks if it's in the drop zone, prints a message to the output panel, and this is where we're getting frustrated, I can drag it, but I don't get a message. If I touch the drop zone, which is in this case like a gray rectangle, I get this lovely error, invalid call non-existent function is book inside base color react, and the script attached to drop zone didn't properly define the is book inside function. So confirm it's attached to drop zone, go back into this inspector, editor, new script thing. And I checked it, and if I put that back in there and try to like save or test again, it's still not happy with me. So, yeah, it's like if it still doesn't, I can help you verify node names and script connections. But the joy of working in software with which you're not familiar, yeah, I was thinking this was going to be more vibe coding like you see on. Well, I'm going to try V Sub Zero next and see if that's any easier. Because from what I was gathering, looking on the internet as a dumb yokel who knows how not to do anything coding wise lately, uh, like V0 looked like you could just put stuff in it and it would make things in like a sane manner. I kind of liked Godot for like half a second because it is visual, but when you're making blocky things that just look like Legos, it's a little bit sad. I don't know. I miss doing more exciting artsy stuff. Anyway, that was today's, I don't know, hour and a half of fidgeting before I finally was like, so I need to relearn coding. I did learn coding once upon a time long ago, and have since forgot it, but I can see how this could be helpful for building small stuff. Assuming it can actually check the documentation before it spits out answers at you. Because I keep getting all those exciting debug me errors. Anyway, thanks for listening. We're still trying.